Well, today is Veterans Day, and I know there was something you wanted to take some time also to talk about in addition to all these other topics, but this is related to veterans. It was something that you were telling me, something about your industry that bothers you, and I didn't know if you could expand on that. What do you mean, and what is this?
Well, it's always kind of bothered me, Rob, the veterans loans, the VA loans. Such a great benefit for those who sacrifice so much. You know, a lot of veterans don't even know that this loan product is available for them, but it's usually very attractive interest rates. It allows 100% financing, which means they don't have to come out of pocket with your typical 20% down payment. And the qualifications are really nice for the veterans, and it's a benefit. So what bothers me most is when there is a conversation around, well, we have this conventional offer, we have this cash offer, and then we have this VA offer. Obviously, we're chucking the VA out. And I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, why? Why would somebody do that?
You're there to represent the seller. I get that. You want to have the best chance of closing the file. You want the best offer possible for your seller. But if all things are equal and it's the same amount, why are we dusting the veteran, the one who sacrificed so much for us? Why? And there's always these three things that come up.
Okay.
It's the loan to value, right? So people assume, and you know what they say about assuming, Rob? We can't say it on the radio, but it's not a good thing. They assume that that person, that borrower, doesn't have the funds, which isn't true, right? Because they're borrowing all of it, that's a benefit. They're choosing to accept that benefit. Now, maybe they're buying their first home and they don't have a lot of funds, but to assume they have no funds is wrong, right? So that's the first myth that is always there. The second one is that the appraisal is so challenging with the soldiers, right? Because the VA is protecting the soldiers, the appraisers do a good job. They act almost as inspectors and say, this right here isn't proper for our soldiers, so we're going to notate that this needs to be fixed. Oh, woe is me, right? Fix this for the soldier, please. Please, pretty please. And the third is that for some reason, sellers were told that they have to pay for the soldiers' closing costs. How this myth got out there, I have no idea, but it doesn't make sense. They can, as part of the transaction, they certainly can.
Yeah, they can.
But there's no requirement to.
It's not an obligation or a requirement. Okay, so you're saying this is something that has been a myth that's continued to spread, that you kind of wanted to address this.
It's status quo, Rob. It's got to end.
Okay.
Let's take care of those folks. Let's look at those as equal to cash, right? You have a cash buyer. They're going to close because they don't have any red tape. They don't have any obligations to check the box with the bank. They have cash. Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they say they do, and they're scrambling, and they're going to go and find it. All they've said is they don't need a mortgage. These people are saying, I have a mortgage backed by the United States of America, right? Let's take that and really think on it a little bit.
All right, that's important. Yeah, important to think about on Veterans Day. So some things about the VA loan that you might have thought that simply just aren't true. So think about that on Veterans Day as we thank all our veterans. And if people do want to talk to you about VA loans or related topics, they can get in touch with you, Mark, over at Stiles Law on Route 139 in Marshfield.
They can, but Rob, before I get to that, we have a landing page for our veterans, our heroes, stylesh4h.com, stylesh4h.com, and what that is homesteads for heroes. So if there's a veteran out there who has a home and they don't know if they actually have the homestead declaration on their property, we'll search it for them. if it's there, we'll send a copy to them so they have it, so they know, peace of mind, right? And if they don't, we'll draft one for them. And that's stylesh4h.com. Enter your information. We'll do the work. We'll get back to you. But you can reach us always on the internet at styles-law.com, and our estate planning site is styles-estates.com with some valuable information to help understand that. But telephone is always great, and our staff contributor who's answering at the time will get you in the right hands at 781-319-1900, 781-319-1900.
That is Feel Good Friday. We do it every Friday right after the 9 o'clock news. And again, if you want to get in touch with Mark Stiles, you can do that, as he mentioned, by giving him a call. Stiles Law is located on Route 139 in Marshfield. And Homesteads for Heroes, that special landing page, that's Stiles H, and it's the number 4, is at h4h.com.
That's right.
All right. Very good. Mark Stiles, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great week, everybody.